Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial video. In this one I'm going to show you how to stop endermen from picking up blocks in your world. This doesn't use the mob griefing game rule, that will disable other things like creeper explosions, villager farming and rabbits eating carrots, which is probably not something you want to change. This is a command block solution that will give a barrier block to any enderman not holding a block. This will make it look like the enderman is not holding anything at all. When the enderman puts down the block, the command blocks will detect the enderman is no longer holding a block and perform a command to remove the barrier block next to the enderman and give it a new barrier block to hold. This will all happen in an instant, so there is no chance of the enderman teleporting away or picking up another block type before the placed barrier block is removed. So let's start the tutorial. I'm going to explain how these command blocks work and I'm going to show you how to build this thing as well. So first of all, notice that the command blocks here are labelled. We have 1, 3, 5 and 7 at the bottom, 2, 4, 6 and 8 at the top. This is the order that the commands will execute in, and this will happen 20 times a second because of this fill clock. That means it's extremely unlikely that these endermen are going to be able to break the system. So for this tutorial I'm going to focus on explaining how all of this works. The commands themselves will be in the description box down below, so you can simply copy them, and of course they will be numbered. You can then paste them into the correct command block. So to build this thing, you want to start off with a command block, paste in the first command, then 2 blocks above that put down your second command block, put in the second command, and then between the two you can place a redstone block. This should then activate the fill clock, which will be 4 blocks wide like this. You may also see a lot of spam in your chat. If you do, there is a game rule to disable this. It is currently set to false on this world for me, so I'm going to set it to true. That command is command block output. You can see that I get spammed when this is set to true. So set that one to false and you won't see that. And also you will need to set log admin commands, which is another game rule. This one will spam your game log and also your server log as well. So if you set that one to false, you won't see a load of spam from the fill clock. And as well as this, we're also going to need a scoreboard. This is scoreboard objectives add block dummy, and just paste that in. You can see it already exists in this world, and then you'll be ready to move on to the next step. The next step is to simply place in the command blocks for 3, 4, 5 and 6, put in their correct commands, and then I can explain to you how this works. So number 3 is going to set the score of every enderman that isn't carrying a block to 1. Number 4 is going to look at those endermen with a score of 1 and search around them for a barrier block and replace it with air. Then number 5 is going to give the enderman that hasn't got a block a barrier block, and then number 6 is simply going to reset the scoreboard so the whole process can start all over again. The next 2 command blocks are actually optional. What they are going to do is check any player in the world every 5 seconds for a barrier block around them and then replace it with air. This is a fail-safe just in case this doesn't work. It means if you find a barrier block in the world, you can stand next to it and after 5 seconds it will be removed. So this one needs an additional scoreboard. There it is on the screen. Obviously you can find that in the description box. This is going to use the stat timeSinceDeath, so that's a number that continually rises, which allows this thing to work. So command number 7, what this is going to do is when that score has reached 100, which is every 5 seconds, then it's going to look around the player and replace any barrier blocks with air. The one above is simply going to reset that score every time it reaches 100. So it's going to reset back to 0. 5 seconds later it will reach 100, and that's how this system right here works. And that is all there is to it. All of those commands, scoreboards and game rules will be down there in the description box down below. And this was made by my friend Eease as well. He's the guy who made the one person sleep in a bed on a server thing. So be sure to check him out. There is a link to his channel down there in the description box. This is all his work, and a huge thanks to him for making this. It's going to be useful for a lot of people. But if you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. It will always be appreciated. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.